Hey everybody, it's Krauser W, and I'm back with another fantastic toy review for this month. This toy review is brought to you by the Big Bad Toy Store. Everything you want and more you can find at the Big Bad Toy Store. Go give them a shout out and see what they got. They have more than what you can bargain for. Trust me. Just like all kinds of other companies out there that I'm not going to tarnish with this incredible video. These guys sent me some very nice things. When they contacted me about sponsoring one of my streams and a toy review, they were like, whatever you want. I said, nothing too expensive. Send me some good stuff, though. 20-30 bucks worth of stuff. This is a little bit more than 30 bucks worth of stuff right here, though. But unfortunately, this comes from a Transformers line called Transformers Authentics. Well, they kind of shit the bed a little bit here on this one. It's not BBTS's fault. It is Hasbro's fault. And we're going to get into it. We're going to go from least to greatest figure in this line up here that they sent me. And we're going to go, as you see, I have Megatron, RC, RC, and Bumblebee. So now we're going to take and move this big boy out of the way. We're going to move this little girl out of the way. And we're going to start off with Bumblebee. Oh my god, Bumblebee is absolutely not as fantastic as you would want him to be. Sadly, he is not as fantastic as you'd want him to be. He's quite the bit disappointing, and I will get into that shit here in just a second, guys. This Bumblebee figure is very nice in car mode. Very nice in car mode. I do not mind it so much whatsoever. What I do mind is the empty hollow plastic right here. I thought this was just going to be a clear window. You know? Just a clear window type of thing. Or the same color. A window that was the same color as the plastic. I could have just painted that shit in to have given it the, the look that, like a window. But no, this shit's open for no fucking reason whatsoever. It's just hollow. Like my soul. It's very hollow. And I'm not a fan of that. Not the bottom. Okay, not too bad. It's a pretty standard Transformer figure that runs for about 16 bucks. Yeah, for about 16 bucks. So, with this being said, we're going to get into the transformation. I will transform them from vehicle to robot mode just so you guys get the idea of how terrible and fantastic some of these things are. But first, before I say that, we're going to do one little thing here. See this Megatron? I actually said I have the miniature version of that figure, and right here he is. I'll transform him too for comparison. What do you think of that? You're in for a long ride, bitches. Shut up. So, now we're going to get into this bullshit here that is Bumblebee. He's very nice looking in vehicle mode. Rolls quite well. Okay? Very sturdy, very solid though in vehicle mode, and I'll explain that shit to you here in a second too. I was disappointed when I found out about this figure, trying to get into its I don't know, its stuff and things. Well, here's the problem with this figure, okay? And it's a pretty simplistic transformation. I was surprised to see that Hasbro took a micro figure transformation and made it a larger scale figure. That's problem number one. So we're gonna get into this thing, and yeah, let's see what happens. Okay, first off, what you want to do is you want to pop the legs apart like so, fold them down and over, and then you can just kind of like get them put into this peg that's right here. Stands up fine. Not bad. Not too much of a complaint. Now, here are the arms where the doors are. You kind of want to give them a little bit of a push, like so you can kind of break them apart, and then pull that whole thing down. Now, as you can see, there's the hole for the hand, right? There's the bend for the arm. And you can't turn the wrist. You can't turn it. It doesn't work. There's no give to that. That's solid plastic. Okay. So let's get the shoulders marked up where they're supposed to be. Get that one pulled down. And get that arm turned so you can... seriously. B's just giving you the finger at this point. And then turn that head around and boom, there we go. We got Bumblebee's head. I do like that head sculpt. It's very cool. Very warrior-esque Bumblebee look to him. And what puts me in the mind of this figure is if anybody knows who Hot Shot is from Armada. He's kind of like that. Seriously kind of like that. And I'm not a fan of Hot Shot. Not a fan at all. Because Hot Shot was going to be Bumblebee. And they kind of did a douchey move on that shit. And kind of screwed it up. I would have accepted him if he was Bumblebee. But nonetheless, there's that figure. He's a very solid, chunky figure. Why? Because all of this shit is one piece. There is no articulation to this figure whatsoever. No swivels. Well, swivel right there. But that's about it. You really can't do much of anything with him. He's the smaller authentic Bumblebee figure transforms in the same way and has correct hand positioning. Just to let you know. Just to let you know, hand positioning is everything. When it comes to your figures, I think. That's just me, personally. I believe that 100%. I really do. And I'm back with the goddamn echoing and shit. So, I don't know what the hell. OBS is trash. I need to figure out a new way of filming for you guys. Because we're going to get down to this one now. With this train wreck of a figure. I mean, he looks nice. Don't get me wrong. He does. He would look cool on the shelf with nothing else. But that's the one figure that I wish they would have sent me the Wheeljack figure instead. I would have even taken the little Wheeljack figure over this one. I just not a favorite. Not a favorite. Although the only thing that is like super savable on this figure is that head sculpt. Love that head. Absolutely love that head. Other than that, you can see, like I'm saying, he's all just one big chunky middle piece of plastic. Nothing else moves, nothing does nothing. He's just, yeah, he's an upscaled minifigure. Kind of disappointed with Hasbro on that one. Really, it's Bumblebee. He's one of your flagship characters. You fucked us, okay? And you fucked him. So he's done and out of the way here. Now we're gonna move on to Megatron. My second. There's a reason why I'm holding off on RC, and we'll get to that in a second here. But we're gonna move on to Megatron. Hands down, the best figure in this whole line right now that I've got. And there's my mini Megatron. Okay? There's my mini Megatron. I'll transform him too so you guys can see that shit. But we're going to get on to the big Megatron. Big, meaty tank. Look at this. There's no... Look at that. Look at this. Super nice. The Torrent, it doesn't really do very much of anything. And because of the positioning of the arms, you can't get it to go up any further or whatever. But there is this right here. Can go up and down a little bit. But now, We're gonna get into the transformation on this. This is hands down the best figure out of all three. I'm not gonna lie, but the transformation's a little bit of a pain in the ass. You gotta pop the arms open and wiggle the gun out. Wiggle Megatron's cannon out of his ass, and then what you do is you have to actually take the arms and rotate them. Okay, rotate them so you can kind of get them up a little bit like so. And then what you have to do is you got to kind of separate a little bit here. Very, very chunky, very, very heavy. You kind of do this sort of thing with him, like that right there, because these are his beats. Pull down, come down like so, pull down, come down like so, see? And then you just give him a twist, a Cincinnati twist, and then he is fine. There's that. Get the arm straight, boom. Get the arm straight, boom. Okay. And the cool thing is ball joints. Big, meaty ball joints in the shoulders that are super tight and will hold quite well through everything and anything. Okay, so there's that. Take his arm cannon and attach it like so. Now Megatron has got his arm cannon. He is ready to rule the freaking world. But you're going, where's his head? How's his head? This figure actually, this is scary. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this or not, but his head folds down, and there's like a little bit of a friction snap in there to put his head down and put his head up. But there's that, man. Look at this figure. Super cool looking. Very G1 reminiscent of Megatron himself. Absolutely love this figure. Absolutely love him. He's very wide. He's very streamlined from the side. Look at that. Very slim. And that face that says he is Megatron. Very cool figure. He's got a lot of posability to him. Like, he's not a solid chunk of plastic. He's got tons of movability to him. Whole lot. As a matter of fact, he can actually take some action poses. You can twist you can get him into some pretty dynamic poses. Absolutely great figure. I love this Megatron figure. When they did this Megatron, you can have Megatron booty because he's got a great spread. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Painting and sculpting and detailing on this figure is absolutely incredible at the price point that they give you. The transformation is simple, easy, and fun. Really, honestly, he is quite satisfying once you get in there with it and do it. You guys saw this on the unboxing where on the back of the thing he actually had his little instructions and stuff like this. Well, yeah, I kind of ignored those because of the fact that, well, there's that big Megatron, and then there's baby Megatron, who basically does the same thing. The only thing is the smaller version of him actually has a better rotation of the gun. And he's basically the same thing. He is honestly basically just the same thing, but on a smaller scale. And I'll show you guys this. Get the one leg out. Boink. The only thing with him though is you just turn him around. And even for this scale of a Megatron figure, he has got a shit ton of posability on him. Which, really, they couldn't, they have such a hard time doing it on the higher end figures that it's not even funny. And it's like, you're doing minifigures that can outdo masterpiece figures? Why the hell are you guys in business? I don't know. But anyway, so there's the mini Megatron. I told you guys I had the mini Megatron. See? I'm not lying to you now, kids. Why would I be lying to you? Why would I be lying to you? I love you. I wouldn't be lying to nobody. Now, back to this big boy. He is very solid as a figure, surprisingly. The ball joints are all nice and tight. And, like I said, Megatron booty. Jean-Claude, the despot calls you. Very nice. Same thing here. Same thing here. Ball joints. And he's got a pretty... It's mainly because of the shape of his legs and crotch area. He doesn't have very much of anything in a forward and backward movement, but it's there. You can seriously even... Okay, here. You can even... Okay. You can do a lot of things with this Megatron figure. He's absolutely great, absolutely worth it. You can pick him up at the Big Bad Toy Store, or you can shop around and get him on Amazon for about 15 bucks, give or take. Transformers Authentics. And this is basically the Cyberverse Megatron figure. I'm pleased with him. I love him. I think he's absolutely fantastic. I love him as much as I love his son, Minitron. But, all the fun and games has to come to a little bit of an end. Maybe, possibly. We will get into this here with this mini RC figure. Yes, guys, you're getting a triple figure review from me on this one. I do appreciate you taking this time with me, and I'm trying to move along as quickly as I can with them, because I know you people don't give a shit. But the funny thing is this RC figure, unlike the other two, her instructions weren't printed on the back of the on the back of the box. She came with an instruction manual. Yes, a little instruction booklet. Just a little fold-out thing that's as confusing as fuck. Way confusing as fuck. So there's that right there. And now you guys know my history with the RC figures, and that's a fucking disaster waiting to happen right there. But still a great figure. I do like this RC figure. War for Cybertron Earthrise RC figure. She was great. I just fucked the kibble. Okay? You can turn the kibble into it. You get two figures for one, basically. You take and pull all the car shit off her back and just clamp it all together, and you got the car, and then you got RC. Okay? Yeah, it's what the hell. And then this I had such hope for, but the problem was with this one is they put her together wrong, and I could not properly transform her and or give her a review, and I'm not going to be dishing out like 40 bucks now for this RC figure just to, you know, try to fix something that I might have broke. So I could not give this cutie patootie of an RC figure an honest full review. Hopefully it's just my copy of this figure that's wonked, but I'm not necessarily going to throw her into, under the bus so much, but there we are. So there's that. So now, can they quite possibly make an RC figure that they don't fuck up? Unfortunately, yes and no, all at the same time, kids. Check this figure out. It is absolutely nice. There's interior. There's the interior to the car. You got the, windshield. And I do like weapon storage. Her little fin is actually a little blaster. Pichu, pichu, pichu. Pew, pew, pew. Get in my booty, Daniel. You'll be safe. That goes in there. That goes in there. But it falls out. If it could peg in a little bit more properly, it wouldn't have a problem. But if you're going to display her in car mode, knock yourself out. It's perfect. Other than that, then shit. Okay, so now we get our hands on one little aspect of the figure that's a pain in the ass. The other aspect of the figure is trying to get the hood to clamp together properly and stay clamped together. It's like this. When you go to close it up, it's got a peg on one side and a peg on the other, and they gotta kind of like work together to hold it shut. You can kind of see right in there, and then up here is a peg. But all in all, very nice little vehicle. She rolls kind of decently, and yeah, she looks good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie about this figure at all. For it being a minifigure, and I'm not really that big of a fan of the minifigures, this RC is actually decent for a change. And let's get into the transformation. Okay? Let's get right into the transformation. So you got these little side doors. You wanna pop those loose. That one there is already loose. And it's got this dual hinge to it. That up over. Now we got that. We gotta work the arms out a little bit. Just like so. And then get the legs to do the cha-cha. And then here's the trick. Okay. The way that these legs are set up. Okay, they're on these weird little. Okay, they're on these weird little curved pins. Okay, you see that right there? It's a ball joint. Okay, that allows for the transformation and stuff like this. But then you gotta pull that out. So you can work on getting her leg in position. You see that there? In position. It goes, and then it falls off quite easily. But anyway, because it's a ball joint, that's quite fine. It actually does help a little bit that you can, remove stuff. And this piece right here, just give it a little lift up. You see that in there? Clamps over, no big deal. And then her arms come up, and you can twist them and bend them. How about that shit? Okay. Same thing on the other side. Just unfold. Boom. They're ball joints, so it's very nice. Her shoulders are ball jointed as well, so they give a lot of movement, and they even drop for whatever fucking reason. They come down. Why? I don't know. Because they never have to drop down in robot mode to do anything. So there's that. Okay, it's not terrible. It's not the best. I'm not going to say this is the greatest RC figure ever. She does have a little bit of a problem standing up because, well, Yeah. Okay? So, I'm going to take the good over the bad on this figure. Put the little blaster in her hand, and now she can... Daniel, get in my bungus! She is actually quite posable, which is kind of nice. Like I said, the minifigures are quite decent. And there we go. There she is. That is the RC Authentics minifigure. And let's get her other counterpart in here, Megatron. huge as fuck. So there you go. There you go. This RC figure is not half bad at all. At all. She is decent. And I would say when you get the opportunity to think about it, out of all the RC figures I have a couple here that I don't have out. I should. I really should, but I don't have them out. I'm just going over the ones that I have reviewed. Or couldn't review because of the fact that they put her together wrong, brother. So, anyway, I'm not going to harp on that anymore. Very excellent minifigure, worth the price. She's about $10. Megatron is about 15, 16, give or take. And then this terrible disgrace of a Bumblebee figure that we got here, same price. Same price, and yes, this Megatron, the mini Megatron, if you will, the mini-me, he's about $10 as well. Actually, I think I paid 12 for him. But anyway, guys, you can find all of this and more at the Big Bad Toy Store. So give them a look and see what they got for you. Seriously. Anything you need and more is at the Big Bad Toy Store. So check them out. And I thank you guys again for spending the time with me on this review. And yeah. So there we go. We did a triple figure review. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll chat back at you. This is it. That's it. It's fantastic. It's great. Now it's the perfect picture. That's all I'm going to say. All right, guys. We're going back to the stream. And let me know what you think. Okay? What do you guys think, huh?
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
Oh, I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!